YouTube, Davy V with you. Wanted to get on another live real quick. Just I don't know who's been following the story here in Rochester, New York. I'm actually in Brighton, New York. But about 2 miles from here, there's a water reservoir. It's one of the city's, I think there's 2 reservoirs in the city. And basically a young man who had been missing since February 17th somehow managed to get into the reservoir on February 24th. Almost an entire month, and they just found him floating. Excuse that wind. It's cold and windy here. And they just found him floating. His body, unfortunately, he died in the water, in the reservoir. Almost a month in one of Rochester, New York's biggest drinking water sources, the Highland Park Reservoir. And what a fucking joke my city is, I'm telling you, my hometown. Absolute joke. Every single mayor is a fucking joke. They lie through their teeth. They try to fool the people. Unfortunately, some folks are duped. Some folks believe anything a politician tells them. What a joke my city is. Then the mayor has the audacity to get on there and act like he's surprised. And here's something that I'm going to be talking about soon. I don't know who from Rochester, New York remembers the case of the young African-American teenager, Trevion Rowe. I believe that was his name, Trevion Rowe. Basically, long story short, he was on the spectrum, okay? He was autistic. He was on the spectrum. And instead of the Rochester, New York City School District at number 12 school and the bus monitors and the bus driver keeping a good eye on him, knowing that he had, knowing that he had some needs, right? Some special needs. They lost sight of him when he got off the bus. And instead of going into school, this is about six years ago. Instead of going into the school, he ran away. And they found him, I don't know, I want to say about a week later in the Genesee River. And that was a really sad case because everyone dropped the ball on that, including the 911 dispatcher. Several people called saying he was on the edge of a bridge over the Genesee River. And basically they dragged his body out of the river about a week later at least. And here's the interesting part. And this is what really pisses me off, that most people don't realize. At the time, the current mayor here, who's mayor now, Malik Evans, was president of the school board. He was president of the Rochester City School District City School Board. And so this is kind of just have some eerie connections and eerie reminders, because here we go, fast forward 6 years later, approximately 6 years, 5-6 years. And he is now the mayor of the city of Rochester, and under his watch. But see, this is the thing. Some people say I'm crazy. We're all a little crazy, first of all. Anybody that tunes into my channel right now has got to be crazy, right? But here's what pisses me off, and the news will never tell you this. The news will never go to Rochester, New York City Hall in downtown Rochester on Church Street and asked the mayor straight up, Mayor, under your watch as president of the school board about 5-6 years ago, a young black man died under your watch because your city school district board, which you oversaw, dropped the ball. See, nobody will do that. None of the reporters in Rochester have the fucking cojones to do that. And then I would, then they should ask them, and Mayor, here you are, mayor of the city of Rochester, New York, and another young black man is dead under your administration because your employees, which you oversee, Mayor Malik Evans, failed to do their job. Can you imagine, and I'm not going to get too long-winded here, I'm going to get off in a second, but can you imagine a body floating in the city's drinking water for almost a month? Picture that. Workers that are supposed to do rounds or every couple hours and monitor the place with cameras and all kind of sensor. The mayor has the audacity to get on the news in a news conference and say that the technology there is so sensitive that they can detect when the winds change. Are you serious? You can detect when the winds change, but you can't detect the body of a full-grown man floating in your water, Mayor, for almost a month? It is absolutely disgusting. I know I look like a crazy guy right now, venting with a phone in my hand, but I'm telling you, no one else has the cojones to do it. Absolutely disgusting. And it's indicative of what my dad for years fought for and what I have followed doing in his footsteps, speaking out and exposing how corrupt this city is. Those of you from Rochester, New York know how corrupt and how dirty and how sinister this city is, which most times of the year has a black cloud over it. Yeah, the beautiful sun is trying to peek out, but the black cloud over Rochester always takes over. As always, thank you for watching Davy V TV.